Good morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets and Waves video. Today is June 2nd and we're going to have again another interesting session. Following yesterday's video where we look at 5 different assets, today we changed the rotation a bit and we go for the US index pound, gold, dollar CAD and Apple. So on the DXY first, I normally thought that this is the move to the upside, but I tend to disagree for the current moment. At least currently, I'm looking at this as a 1 and 2, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 multi-structural, down to 3, then 4 and 5 for 3, then 4 and 5 for 3, then 4 and 5 for 3, then 4 and 5. Well, it's going to be the end, I think. Yeah, it's going to be for C, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, yeah, but that will be the end. So, as I have said before, guys, I'm expecting the DXY to move much lower. I might be wrong. Currently, what the market is giving me is that I don't see seal signs for a continuation to the upside. Whatever moves on the upside we saw, we didn't get a higher high. We're still getting lower highs. Okay, I know you might say, but look, we also got a higher low here now. Yes, I know, but that's why we're really at a critical moment right now. So I'm expecting to see whether this wave 2 is going to hold or not. Okay, first of all, this, which is very close to getting done, then this, and then this. Okay, that would be the last point, because it could mean this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, 4 is already done. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 1. That's 2, and we're going up for 3. It's very possible, yeah. And that we ended down here in wave C, which means all the way up we're looking at 1, 2. Then this is 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the diagonal down here, which means in the long term, as we were talking about before, this is wave 1, and this down here is wave 2. Okay, which means we're moving up impulsively. So these are the two main scenarios, the main and the alternative. My main still remains to the downside, okay, and I'm looking at this multi-structure move to the downside. It's only going to be invalidated above the 90-40. Do we see anything on the RSI MACD? Well, nothing so far, apart from the last signal, which was to the downside. Now on pound against dollar, last time we were looking at these guys as an ending diagonal, and I was thinking about this becoming 1 and 2, then 3, 4, and 5. But what really happened is that we continue higher. Okay, and we continue higher. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to me, like an open-ended diagonal or something. And the interesting thing is that we actually crossed above the previous high of wave 3. And one might think, well, isn't it time that we consider this done and this is like the move to the upside that we've been waiting for? It could be a case, guys, okay, that this is what, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and this is 5. It's very possible. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which means this is wave 1 and we are going to get wave 2 and then 3, 4, and 5. That is potential a scenario, but to me this is the alternative scenario. Why? It's because I don't really like this for an impulse, guys. I just don't. You might get the wave 3 here impulsive, correct, but it's part of wave Y of B in my opinion, which means, and because this is a very nice leading diagonal as well, I think our wave B is really in a regular flat over here, and we could get prices moving back higher up to the 38.2 and still move down. So is this the validation I've been waiting for? We've been waiting for? I want to see prices moving lower. I want to see breaking the 4 and then the 61.8 and then the 50. And then I will be a bit way more confident about this becoming a wave 4 down here, either for a running variation or for an expanding flat variation. Okay, so for the moment, I remain a regular flat. Not me, the scenario. Okay, and I'm looking at this just simply being the signal to consider that. So which means I'm waiting for a 5 move to the downside. How long wave 1 is going to be is going to determine most likely whether this is going to be a running flat variation or an expanding flat variation. Any signals on the RSI MACD? Yes. Continuation to the downside, continuation to the downside in both scenarios. Let's go on gold. Gold, we talked about this wave 4 being done potentially, but we also talk about the possibility of this being W, X, and Y. Actually, to be fair, since we've crossed above, that really looks like as an ABC now. I'm sorry. But it looks like it's going to be also a flat. Irregular or irregular for sure, sorry. Minor, minute. Most likely, an expanded flat. Because this 1, 2, 3, 4, do I consider this as an overlap or not? We're in commodities market, so sometimes you can see wave 1 and 4 really interacting with one another a little bit. We have to wait and see how that the next one pans out. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like could be a leading diagonal for wave 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5 is going to be most likely an expanding flat. If we get something like 1, 2, 3, then that's the 4, and that's what? That's the 4. Then it means that this is ABC, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which means that, we'll have to move wave 3 here, because if we continue high, it means that wave 5 apparently is down here. But that doesn't make much sense, because it just doesn't. It means that wave 5 ended over here. And this is my 1. Okay? But I don't think this is the case, guys. And we're expecting for wave 2, which is pretty much that. Very small. No, I don't think that's the case. I think over here we have an expanding flat version or running flat. And that is going to most likely be a 5-wave move impulse, because we're commodity markets, that's not going to matter much. Or a leading diagonal in wave A of C, or could be a case where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if that becomes a triangle, then even this overlap wouldn't matter, because wave 4 is going to end down here. Okay, do we get any signals on the MACD RSI? Okay, yeah, okay, that's a bit a change banner. We've got this one and this one. So expanded flat, a bit more high probabilities for me now. Now in dollar CAD, I've made a couple of changes here in the count, because to me this wouldn't make sense as a triangle. I don't like how it looks like. That's the A, B, C, D, and E over here. It's just no. I didn't like it looking like this, A, B, C, D, E either. It looks weird. So it looks like to me that this is ABC, a flat, okay, because you've got ABC, ABC, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And looks like that. This is likely to be an ending diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, because we have the overlap over here. And I'm expecting another leg to the downside around 168 to end wave 5 of 3. And I was waiting that to be down here, to be fair, right? Now, unless if this is turning like a leading diagonal and then we're going to get 2, 3, 4, and 5, then I'm expecting that to start moving up higher soon after a short-term decline. What do we get on the RSI MACD? We're getting signals. Let me check. Okay, we get a tiny bullish, hidden bullish divergence over here, both on MACD and the RSI. Might be a short-term upside, but if we break below above that level, guys, things are going to be changing a little bit, okay? Which might be a case where this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is an ending diagonal, okay? And wave 3 obviously is here, and the wave 4 is here. So plenty of thought to be done around the short-term plan. And Apple, long term is looking like we're expecting wave 4, and that would be amazing if we got a double 4 down here, right? Around $100. I'm looking at a very clear A, very clear B, and I'm expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm expecting 3, 4, and 5. Looks like to me 1 and 2 are done, okay? And this is 5-wave impulse to the downside. This is very clear correction, either finished or is going to finish. We might go another leg up. That's going to make it in W, X, and Y. Or it might be ABC, AB, and see over here like a flat or something, then 3, 4, and 5 is coming. Either case, I believe with high probabilities. Now, let's do this and look at where exactly we stop, 61.8. So I want to break below the 123.79 and move impulsively for wave 3. Where is this going to get us? Most likely 161 extension, 103, okay, perhaps, and then we'll move out to 113, and then we'll move down all the way to 100 or so after 104, yeah, to complete this move to the downside. So guys, this is all going to be for the day. I want to thank you very much for watching, and we will speak again tomorrow.